Yep, you're with DXB today. I hope you're enjoying the show thus far, taking some great advice from our all-star lineup of guests. We're talking all things hair this evening. We know that the beauty and the wellness industry here is booming. We know that skincare might have got a bit of the limelight in years gone by, but it's all about hair care and hair wellness at the moment. Now, we hear a lot about hair fall here in the UAE, be it because of the heat or the water. Either way, it's a common challenge for many. So let's see if our next guest can help. She is a certified trichologist and hair and scalp expert. Please welcome to the show Hams Fitzgerald, who joins us live this evening. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Kind of you to join us. We know that hair loss is such a concern for so many people here. A lot of people will blame the elements here in the region. You've put it down to the 7 H's of hair loss. What are they?
So to kind of simplify, because I feel like girls go through so much pain when it comes to hair loss. So if someone's hair is falling and they don't know why, so there's 7 H's of hair loss. So the first one is the most common, which is genetics or hereditary. So how's your mom's hair like? How's your dad's hair like? They're both to blame, by the way, because I know we always blame the mom. There's also health. So if you have a specific nutritional deficiency, I always ask the girls that come in to give me their blood work, because I think we don't do a lot of blood work regularly. So it's so important to see if you have a deficiency, because that could be the reason your hair is falling and you're using the most expensive hair products and you don't even know you have a deficiency. The third one is hormones, because of course as women we go through I'm pregnant right now, so postpartum hair loss is very, very common in women. I see a lot of girls message me and they're crying, and I'm like, it's your hormones, it's going to be okay. So that could also be temporary hair loss that is of course reversible. There's also hunger. What are you eating? Are you not eating enough protein? Your hair is made out of protein. And I think also a lot of girls don't focus on what they're eating. There's also stress or hassle. And there's also hairdressing. So of course, if you're using a lot of heat, I barely use any heat. I just wanted to look nice today, so I barely do my hair. Like, I don't care. I will do heatless curls. I will whatever that is non-invasive on my hair. It really protects it. So there's all these things that I think are also on the inner. If you have a gut issue, for example, these are so important. So
there's so many reasons why you can have hair loss, and yes. I have to ask you, first of all, can I tell you I'm having serious hair envy right now? You're like a real life Princess Jasmine. I'm loving your hair, and you mentioned this is all natural. Now, I was diagnosed with alopecia a little over 2 years ago. My hairdresser actually noticed a bald patch. It almost looked like somebody took a razor and shaved off a portion of my hair. I didn't notice this because typically when you do have alopecia, it's usually just around the nape of your head. But recently I've been noticing thinning and hair loss in different places. The other day I was sat here in studio literally pulling out strands of hair, thinning in the hairline area, also from where my bald patch is. I've recently done a blood test report. What do I need to do next?
Okay, so I need to see your blood test.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you to send it. So actually what's so interesting is where your hair falls from can tell you, it can give you an indication. So, and a lot of girls don't know this. So for example, if you have hair thinning on the sides, that's usually a nutritional deficiency or stress related. And as you notice, as we grow a little bit older, our hair starts to thin from the side, but that's completely reversible also through, hair oiling. If your hair is thinning from the vertex or the crown, that could be either hormonal or genetic. With alopecia areata, it's very specific because it's more patches as opposed to diffuse hair thinning. So it would be easier to spot, and then how to reverse that would be through different other ways, not through diffuse hair.
But you can never 100% reverse it because it is an autoimmune disease and you live with it, don't you?
Correct, because the body is attacking itself. So I like to be very honest with the girls that come in, because I feel like we live in a world where people are always selling or over-promising, and I feel like that's not fair for girls, because especially when it comes to hair, it's very emotional. And we're very attached to our hair. So I like to, especially when I'm assessing any girl's hair, I'm very realistic. I'm like, here's your hair care routine, here's what you can do, here's what's reversible, here's what's not. Because I think it's important to be honest as well with girls, because if you're over-promising, you're essentially deceiving the girls that are coming in, So I think it's important to be honest about what you can and can't do when it comes to hair.
I'm going to ask, because I'm taking so many mental notes, and I think what would be really interesting to know is what are some myths that we can debunk, like some of Hamza's best myth
The most
bunkers, yeah.
common one, we've all done it. I used to do that, is washing your hair less makes your hair fall less.
Okay, another one.
Always ask, like, how many times do you wash your hair? The other one I think it's so important is, you know, the more hair products that you use, the nicer your hair is going to look. I actually think it's the opposite. I use very specific products that are catered to my hair that I know are going to, you know, help me with my hair. So less is more, and I think when it comes to products, but you have to use
like also the cutting of the hair at the bottom, like cutting off your trins will make your hair
Yeah, I heard that one too.
well, your hair grows from the scalp, not from the end,
yeah, I
so
know.
it's
just
But
one
I
of
think
those
the science behind that is that because the split end can
Of
sort of
course,
move
of course,
to the
of
rest of
course.
the head.
Yeah, so I think I cut my hair every 8 weeks, and I cut it very little, so that's how I keep it long and healthy. And a lot of girls have long hair, but you can tell it's not, you know, super healthy because they wait so long, and then they have to cut a lot of their hair, and we all don't want to cut our hair that much, you know. So I recommend, you know, every 8 weeks just cut, you know, a centimeter, and you'll be okay, you know.
And I'm going to give you the chance on TV, on live television, to tear into me now, because I know you overheard me talking before about my hair extensions, and you're like, no, you came on here before we went live. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you hating on hair extensions?
First of all, your hair is really nice. I know you talked about doing it more natural on.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really nice.
But most of this isn't my hair.
Like nobody needs to know.
No, I just mean like a lot of it is hair extensions.
Yeah.
It is what my hair looks like, but it's obviously a lot fuller and thicker, and it's the reason I feel more confident and all that. Like, I love my hair extensions, and so many women are wearing hair extensions out and about. They're just not admitting it as I am.
Which is fair, but again, hair is optics, right? You want to see your hair looking voluminous and nice, like, you know, you're human at the end of the day. What I recommend, and I really, I think you should consider doing that, is to give your hair breaks. So for example, in the summertime, take off your extensions, enjoy your summer, take care of your hair, and then you can go back and putting extensions. But I have a lot of girls that come in and they put extensions the whole year long. They take off the extensions, half their hair is gone, you know? So I think balance is key. You do want to have nice, voluminous hair, which is fair, but also give your hair a break from time to time, because it will backfire, and we don't want that. You know what I mean?
That is fair. I'll take it.
To change gears a little bit, I want to ask a question going back many years to what's the fondest memory of your childhood related to your own hair rituals?
So I had curly hair. So I was chubby. I was like obese, and I had curly hair. So I think for me, I think every Arab parent has done this, where we do like the Lion King haircut.
Yeah.
So I think we've all had that. And I think also hair oiling is very common in the Middle East. So, you know, our parents would oil our hair, and we didn't really know what it meant, like what it was. But now I understand that, because it really does keep your hair healthy, and we'll talk about hair oiling.
I'll do the hair. Guys, you've convinced me.
I got you, girl.
Ash, what you thinking?
I just wanted to ask you, because you've got hair conditioners, hair masks, and of course shampoo. What would you say is the realistic amount of, you know, hair care routine? I mean, you have your own brand, and I actually tried your hair conditioner for the first time this morning because I knew you were coming on the show. So what is the sort of ritual that we should follow?
I think you have to answer that. Because I think,
First of all, his hair mask is amazing. When I saw him, I'm like, I know your brand. I always recommend it. It's really, and it smells amazing, because I think also scent is very important. For me, a hair routine, it depends on your hair type. So for example, I have very, very dry hair. So it's very important that my hair is always conditioned and always hydrated at all times. So I think for me, I wash my hair 4 times a week.
Oh, wow.
Which I used to wash it 2 times a week, and your scalp needs to stay clean, because if you're not washing your hair enough, you're gonna have a lot of buildup.
So about 3 to 4 times of washing, conditioning, and what about mask?
So mask only once a week is recommended. Sometimes I do 2, but just to be realistic, once is enough, depending on how hydrating the mask is. And I hair oil once a week. Now I'm not hair oiling because I'm pregnant, but hair oiling once or twice a week. And I don't sleep with it. I just keep it for 4 hours and wash my hair.
Basically, quit your job and take care of your hair.
Literally.
Thank you so much.
Out of time on this occasion, but really appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Say hi to lovely Mr. Fitzgerald as well. Yeah, I think he's around about somewhere.
He's
there he is
outside.
over there. A big thank you to you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Anakesh, bless you. Thanks so much indeed. If people want to find out more about the brand, where do they go?
at Fable and Main is the one.
Simple as that, all over it. Bless you. Thanks very much indeed to both of you. We'll let you go talk all more things hair in just a few moments' time, but stay with us because we've got Hicks and Sax to play out a little later on. You're going to like this one, a very unique performance. Stay with us.